okay? The Nike Vaporfly. Have you ever seen a sexier shoe in your life? I mean, come on. Look at that. I know this part might look ugly, and when I first got them, I was like, are they broken? Like, is this meant to be? It is by design. These shoes, I mean, one of the most lightweight shoes on the market. Look at that tip. Do you see that tip? Oh my gosh, look at that. That is called aerodynamics. Aerodynamics. The purpose of it is when you're running and the wind is passing by the side of your shoe, instead of having to continuously be blocked off like this, it kind of goes like that. And it gives you some sort of aerodynamic advantage. Again, it's probably not going to be a lot. And if you're not a professional runner, it doesn't matter that much. But it's all about building confidence. When you are in a race or professional, like, athletic setting or non-professional athletic setting, you need something that's going to boost your morale. And there's nothing that can quite boost morale like the Nike Vaporflies. And it's actually interesting. I've seen a lot of people wearing them in very casual settings, like on a hike or on a walk or hanging out with friends. I personally only wear my shoes for race days. But people who do that, like, they speak of how lightweight and nice the shoe is. It's so anti-injury, I can't even describe. Like, it's designed to fit your foot like a glove and be the shoe that you need, like, for whatever purpose, active purpose you may need it. So these Vaporflies, I swear by them. I will never get rid of them, even if they're down in the dumps. They're just my favorite type of running shoe to look at, but also to wear. The Nike ZoomX. Oh, these are some of the best shoes on the market. I'm sure if you're an athlete or a runner or soccer player, anyone who likes to do sports outside that involves some sort of running, you know that the Nike ZoomX is really good. I love this shoe. As you can see, it is a pretty worn shoe because it is one of my favorites. This is actually my hard day training shoe, so I use this shoe on the days that I have tempo running or interval training, and it's a fast shoe. So for those of you that don't know what the Nike ZoomX is, if you're looking to get a speedy shoe, just look at the side. So your normal shoe will just be like this and then kind of end at a block right there. The Nike ZoomX, do you see how it condenses right here towards the end? So that is because when you're running and the wind passes by, it wants to streamline the wind coming off the ends of your shoe. So as you can see that on both sides. It's also a really, really lightweight shoe. Don't let this chunk fool you. That weighs close to nothing. I mean, it is foam. It is extremely lightweight. Parts of it are even cut out, if you can see right here. Again, that's for kind of that aerodynamic aspect. But yeah, I love these shoes. I wear these shoes all the time. If you're marathon training, half marathon training, 10K training, 5K, like whatever the distance may be, this sort of shoe is going to make or break the difference between getting a personal best or not doing so well. And it's not just about the shoe, it's also about the confidence that they give you. Knowing you're in the Nike ZoomX, I can't begin to describe to you. It's like this feeling of, I will do well today regardless of my training. So if you're looking for that kind of shoe, these are my favorite.
Hey, I want to share with you some great things about these Vionic shoes. I don't know if you've tried these before, but they are awesome. So they have, I just packed them right back up until I want to wear them to keep their shape. But they are very soft. These are like a micro suede. And they have a wedge heel with rubber soles as opposed to anything foamy or slippery. This has arch support and leather insole. They are available in large, good sizes. Plus, also they're available in wide sizes, so you can find the ones that you need. And I'll show you how these look together. They're a great shoe if you want stability, but you still want to have a heel for professionalism. They're a great one with a nice wide toe box. So these are definitely ones I'll get again.
All right, these here are the Zero women's barefoot running shoes. I love them so much. This is my second pair. What I love about Zero so much is I love a barefoot shoe for foot health. I love these Zero in particular because they have a really nice wide toe, which is so important to me with foot health, and especially as someone who has struggled with like achy feet at the end of the day, plantar fasciitis. It really, really helps. It makes such a difference to have a barefoot shoe. And this is kind of a nice like medium for me. It still has some tread at the bottom. You can see I've worn them a lot. It still has a little bit of cushion, so it's kind of a nice way to ease into the barefoot style. I love it because it's nice and flat. It doesn't raise your heel up. So between that wide toe and the kind of level footbed there, it's just really gonna guarantee that you're not feeling like sore and achy at the end of the day. I get a ton of wear out of these shoes. They're perfect. These are the Altra Lone Peak 7 women's trail running shoes. I love them so much. I think they're the best pair of like running shoes that I've ever owned. This is the second pair I've bought. This is in the tan color. I also have them in like a funky orange that I love. What I love most about the Altra is the wide toe. You can see here that there's plenty of room in the toes. It doesn't squish your toes, which is so good for foot health. You know, it's great for just day-to-day wear. It's great for running, jogging, hiking. I love these shoes so much. What I also love about them is that they don't have a super raised heel. It's like nice and level there along the footbed, which is also great for foot health. So between the wide toe and that level sole, you're really just ensuring like a shoe that gives you maximum comfort, that isn't gonna leave you feeling like achy and sore at the end of the day. These shoes are the best. I wear them all the time.
I am here to talk to you today about the cutest little shoes. These are my Vans, the checkered Vans. They're purple. I've had these for years. This hasn't even worn off yet. I'm not sure what material this is, but it's a very good material. It's very soft on your feet. These are super lightweight, just a little slide-ons. And I used to wear these multiple times per week. No damage or anything on them. They might be a little dirty, but that's my fault for not taking care of my shoes, okay? These are super cute, super comfortable. It's a very soft material, but it's still very thin. It's breathable. Your feet aren't gonna really feel it, and it's not gonna be sharp or anything on your feet. This part on shoes always bugs my feet. On these, it does not. It's a very like squishy kind of material. Again, I wish that you guys could feel these, but this color is super cute too. This works with a lot of little simple outfits just to add a little pop of color at the bottom. Super cute. Had these for years, no fraying or anything. Super good quality, and good quality for your money too. And these work in a lot of different situations, whether you're going to work, school, supermarket, whatever. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Adorable shoes. So these are my favorite shoes probably that I have ever worn. These are the Mary Jane stock Martens. They're from Amazon. These are size US 9. These are my favorite shoes ever because you can do whatever you want in these. Okay, I've worn these to work. I've worn these out with friends. I've worn these to dinners. It's not a high heel, so I'm a little bit tall. I don't have to be insecure about being even more tall, and I can still look cute. They got this cute little buckle on them. You can dress them up, dress them down, whatever you want to do. It's made out of really good material too. As you can see, it's not gonna like bend and rip or anything pretty easily, but this is still really soft, especially on the inside. It feels really good on your foot. I've worn these with the thinnest socks imaginable, I swear to you. The thinnest little cute frilly socks. Does not matter. My feet will not hurt. This will not scratch at you either. It is still pretty sturdy. Like, it's not gonna get damaged very easily, but it's not sharp around here, which is my favorite part about this shoe. You can literally do anything in this. I've ran in these, not like a mile or anything, but I have ran. I've walked for miles in these. I've taken these on vacations. They're pretty easy to just slip into your bag. Nothing's gonna damage them. Perfect. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
These are my Adidas spikeless golf shoes. Super quality shoes. These are what they look like after a couple years of wear. So they are a little bit dirty, but you can see that they're still holding up super, super well. This is what the soles look like. And I wear these 3 to 4 times a week for several hours at a time. So they are definitely getting used. They're very comfortable, really good cushion on the inside and arch support. Very breathable. You can see it's got this breathable like material right here as well. Good ankle support. Very lightweight too, which I really like. I don't like having super heavy bulky shoes personally. The laces are also super high quality. They don't fray or anything like that, which is super, super nice. And they have like a black leopard print. Like I said, these are quite old, so they do have some dirt accumulated. Overall, super solid pair of golf shoes, spikeless golf shoes, which is really nice. And I love them personally.
Okay, here are my high-tech waterproof hiking shoes. I love them so much. If you are into hiking or honestly into anything like in the outdoors, these are the perfect shoes. I'm a big hiker and actually also a climber, so these are my climb approach shoes. If you don't know what that means, it basically means like sometimes when you're going to a climb, you have to walk to the climb because they're not like always on the side of the road. And so a lot of people wear like hiking shoes, whatever, running shoes. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. But I like to have like a special pair of shoes that's just like a little snazzy. And these are just my old Columbia. I mean, you can see like worn through, but I have worn these to the max, guys. I traveled 6 months in Latin America with these. I have done thousands of hikes, waterfall, mud, dirt, like anything that you can name, I have done in these shoes, and I just absolutely love them. They retain their colors so well too. Like, how is that possible? I don't know, actually. I don't know how the design works, but I know that I love them, and they're not even laces, so you don't even have to worry about them untying. Like, I just love these shoes. If you're looking for a good pair of like hiking shoes that are also waterproof and that are durable, these high-tech shoes are the way to go.
So these are the Under Armour Assert 4E shoes. They're very, very comfortable. I'm a super, super picky guy when it comes to my shoes. And these are actually the first pair of Under Armour shoes that I've ever bought. I don't own a lot of Under Armour material, but I got these just because they looked really, really cool. And they fit all my parameters. They're a little bit wider in the front, which I prefer. They have the right kind of cushion on the inside that absorbs a lot of shock. I'm an athlete. I run around. I jump around a lot. My work requires me to do a lot of steps. And they just look cool. They match a lot of the clothing that I have. Red and black goes really well together and with a lot of my outfits. They have a lot of different color combinations that you can get. There was a black and blue pair I also thought looked really nice. But these check all the right boxes. They look cool. They feel good on my feet. And frankly, I actually get compliments from time to time, which is really cool because it's not common for guys to compliment other guys' outfits, but I've had a lot of gentlemen say, hey man, those are pretty slick shoes, where did you get them? So they just make me feel really confident, and that's a nice feeling. So they're comfortable, and they're cool. What more do you want? Okay guys, this is the DC Pure Skate Shoe. As you can see, I have gotten the minty fresh, kind of bluish green minty color with the orange logo here. I think it's a very pretty design. They're one of the cooler pair of shoes that I have so far. They're really, really comfortable. They absorb shock quite well. And I get a lot of compliments, frankly. I think mostly because of the color combination, frankly. But that kind of speaks to the shoe a little bit. There's quite a few different combos that I had to choose from. But these ones really spoke to me. I like them a lot. They're really comfortable. They make me feel cool. They go with a lot of my outfits. I do like to coordinate my shoes with my pants or my shirt or my hat. And also they're wider in the end, like, you know, because they are a skate shoe and I have a wider foot. So if you're somebody like me who struggles to find the right kind of fit because you have wider feet and you just like the look of a cool, slick skate shoe, these things are pretty killer, man. And like I said, people don't compliment my outfits all that much. I don't know if that means I lack style or what, but a lot of people will point out and say, hey man, where'd you get those shoes? Those are pretty slick. And I always like to say they're my minty fresh pair. So regardless of what color combination you get them in, they are really comfortable and they always look cool.
These are the Asics Men's Matte Flex 7 wrestling shoes. They are awesome. So we are very active in our household. A big part of what we are passionate about is wrestling. And my husband is super big on jiu-jitsu. So one of the things with that is being really mindful of the mat that you're on. And these shoes help to keep that mat safe while also protecting your feet. So they're super lightweight with a mesh that kind of helps with the ventilation. They go up over your ankle and they are lace up so they fit for your specific foot. The sole is rubber, the outer material is rubber, and they are machine washable, which is awesome because you get pretty sweaty when you are doing that work. So we love these. They're available in multiple different colors, and they're just overall a great product. These are the ByRiver Tension Fatigue Relief Massager slippers, sandals. They're for circulation, for your overall foot health care. They're great for massaging those trigger points. So I know I personally have a bunion on my foot, and I can have just in general feet that get sore with all of the time I spend on them. These are wonderful. Cautionary note is that they hurt a bit, especially when you first start wearing them, but they're really good for your foot care. So sometimes, you know, they say beauty requires a little bit of pain, and I think sometimes your health requires a little bit of pain as well. So don't give up on them quickly. I'd say stick with them and give them a chance, but they're really wonderful once you get past the uncomfortable point with wearing these around.
So these puppies are the Nike Air Presto. I got these when I was 15 years old, and now I'm almost 23. No damage, there's no rips or anything. I used to wear these every single day. These were my high school and college shoe. They're super fun, super comfortable. They have this little section on the side, which kind of keeps it more sturdy on your feet, but everything in here, again, it's super breathable too, so it's good for running, which I really like. This is kind of worn away. You can tell how old these are, but seriously, these are still just as comfortable as day one. I've only tied these like 3 times because they stay tied. Even when you wash the shoes, they stay tied. And I wash these, I want to say maybe once every week or 2. And again, no damage. It's perfectly machine washable. And yeah, super comfortable on your feet. Super easy to pull on too. Again, I hardly ever untie these. I just slip them on my feet. Perfect size to me. And these don't irritate your feet, the back of your feet. You can wear these if you want to with no socks. Wouldn't necessarily recommend not wearing socks, but I used to wear super flimsy type of socks, like the cute frilly ones. No problems here. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Love these shoes. Tried and true.